Seth Rollins is opening up about his return to the ring, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out what's the latest with Triple H's faction, The Rock, and much more. Starting things off with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has been out of the ring over the last few weeks with his knee injury, but continues to be positive and optimistic about the recovery. At first, the big rumor was that Seth Rollins' first match back since the injury would be WrestleMania itself. But Seth Rollins has dismissed this idea on several occasions. Seth says that he doesn't want his first match to be WrestleMania. He wants to get back in the full swing of things long before April. According to Seth Rollins himself, he expects to be back in the ring in full swing 3 to 4 weeks from now. So maybe a mid-March return for Seth Rollins, get a few matches under his belt, get warmed up again, and be ready for WrestleMania itself. Seth did promise that he would be more than 100% ready to go at WrestleMania. And given that Cody Rhodes is now involved with The Rock and Roman Reigns over on SmackDown for the Universal title, that leaves Seth Rollins without a WrestleMania opponent. But WWE already addressed how they would plan on handling that. There'll be an Elimination Chamber match featuring both Raw and SmackDown superstars, with the winner going on to face a healthy Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40. Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton have already qualified, with even more big-name qualification matches being on the way. But even looking at only those names, there'll be big matches for Seth Rollins as well. Seth's history with Randy Orton goes way back. They were faction members within the Authority. They faced each other at WrestleMania 31, so if they do meet again, it'll be a WrestleMania rematch. And with Drew McIntyre, he probably seems like the favorite to win the Elimination Chamber right now because he's had a big role on constantly chasing down Seth Rollins and the world title in recent weeks, trying to take out any obstacles in his way of getting to the world title. So he does have quite the fitting story to pull off the great win and grant himself another big meeting with Seth Rollins. So we'll have to wait and see what Seth's big WrestleMania match will turn out to be. Now let's take a look at what's going on with the Bloodline and a fan theory that makes Triple H potentially return to WWE television as a regular. The Bloodline has reached new levels of power and influence within the faction's recent edition of The Rock. We saw that being on full display at the WrestleMania press conference, where The Rock and Roman Reigns threatened Triple H to fix things and give them back their WrestleMania main event before they'll have to fix things themselves. And Triple H really wasn't folding at their threats at all. He told them that they were wrong and out of line, but they just walked away from him after lying down their threats. Well, less than 24 hours after that moment happened, Triple H appeared on SmackDown to fix things, like The Rock said. But Triple H's fix was simply once again reinforcing that Roman versus Cody was happening at WrestleMania 40, and how there'll be an Elimination Chamber to determine Seth Rollins' opponent. That was his fix. That's how they're handling things. And Triple H didn't stop there. He continued to take shots at The Rock, even using some of his most popular catchphrases against them, saying that The Rock needs to know his role and shut his mouth. And if The Rock doesn't like his decision, well then it doesn't matter what The Rock thinks. Now obviously, Triple H will never wrestle or take part in any physical action again due to his condition, but fans are still theorizing about different ways for the story to go on from there. And one of those fan theories was for Triple H to bring back his Authority faction this time around as a babyface faction. The Authority was a heel faction led by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in the early mid-2010s that used to terrorize the roster and keep everyone in check by flexing their power in the company. So fans are wondering if a babyface version of this faction could make sense in current day, since Roman, Rock, and the Bloodline needed to be checked and fall in line with their power trips. The Rock and Roman Reigns truly feel like they can do whatever they want, and that's scary and could get out of hand quickly, so they do need to be stopped. Even like we saw at the press conference, they just think because their family is who they are, that they can overrule the Royal Rumble winner making his WrestleMania selection. So they definitely need to be humbled just a bit. So what if Triple H got a little faction together just to push back at Roman and The Rock a little? Obviously, Triple H can't do it himself, so he would have to gather up a team of superstars that he believes gives him the best shot against the Bloodline. It'll be an interesting route for the Authority, going from the bad guys themselves who were crazed with power to now becoming the good guys that are trying to keep the power away from crazy individuals like Roman and Rock. And we also can't forget that WWE general managers are also in the mix. Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce are in place as general managers for their respective brands. So they don't want to be ran by the Bloodline or even Triple H for that matter. So there's just massive power struggle on WWE television right now across the whole board. The Bloodline feels like they've got the power. Triple H feels like he's got the power. The general managers don't want to be forgotten about either. It's just one big power mess right now. But on the February 9th edition of SmackDown, Paul Heyman warned Nick Aldis that he'll be back next week on SmackDown with Roman Reigns and The Rock. This is just the first time in potentially a near decade that WWE has advertised The Rock's appearance on WWE television a week in advance. All of The Rock's recent appearances in recent years have all been big mysteries, but now they're letting it known several days in advance that he'll be on SmackDown. That'll make people tune in, and obviously means that there'll be heavy storyline implications unfolding with that appearance. So there's a lot to look forward to with this upcoming appearance from Roman Reigns and The Rock. We already know their mission and goal right now. They want their WrestleMania main event back against each other. And considering that they don't have it at this current moment of time, what does that mean for this appearance? Will they take physical action on Nick Aldis? Will they hijack the show? Will they take out the superstars until they get some more attention from Triple H and other high-ranking officials? The Rock himself is a member of the board of directors, and this panel sort of hinted at that heavily during the WrestleMania press conference. But we have to see if they'll truly implement The Rock's company position into the story or not. Maybe they just don't really address it and they have him take action on everyone else. Or maybe we could see The Rock's on-screen character flex some of the benefits of being on the board of directors. It's unknown what Roman and Rock will do on the February 16th edition of SmackDown, but a lot of fans are expecting it to be something major that probably swings the story momentum back in their favor. And it appears that at least up until WrestleMania 40 itself, The Rock could become a regular on WWE television. Maybe not literally an every week kind of superstar, but at least every few weeks. The Rock even broke his silence on his heel turn by telling everyone to simply enjoy the ride. So it was definitely a quick fix from everyone being very negative towards The Rock to now being extremely interested in this heel direction following the press conference. Major things are definitely on the way there for the Bloodline's new direction. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.